Hello, everybody. Welcome back to The Bald and the Beautiful.
Bald and the Beautiful. We can't go to Napa.
We're back. Happy New Year. I hope that you made it into the New Year safe, sound, in your right mind. I got churchy,
things.
but all
Come
of those
on.
things.
Hope you ain't dead.
We hope you ain't dead. All right. So, we're back.
That's why
I am Miss Kev on stage.
Kevin Fredericks.
That chick angel.
Marcus Tanksley.
Yes, and we are back, and we're going to talk about Married at First Sight Season 12 in Atlanta, Georgia.
Before you start, let me say something before we start this episode about Atlanta, Georgia.
Y'all ain't red no more. Y'all blue.
I want to go.
To Atlanta.
These people was eating nachos, drinking Moscow mules.
Listen, it's wild in Atlanta.
You go ahead and go. I ain't
They
going.
were drinking
It's the
Moscow
wild, wild
mules.
South.
I know they hilarious. They got COVID tests and all that stuff, and then they was right back in them restaurants, clinking glasses
with
and
no
stuff.
COVID test. They were surrounded by people that's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like out here living.
The only people that
COVID-free.
had masks on was the people at the wedding dress
At the
factory.
wedding,
Yeah.
they were just like, I don't know you.
I know
You're like,
people that
listen,
live in
we didn't
Atlanta.
been tested.
I know people that live in Atlanta. They was like, we're not leaving our house.
Yes,
It is ridiculous.
there
out
were
there.
people in the club packed to see Lil Bow Wow in Houston last night.
Yeah.
Lil Bow Wow, you rescuing
I
your
was like,
health for
who?
Boward
I forgot about
Woward?
him.
So anyway, I just want to get that off my chest. I was jealous AF.
I ain't
watching
going
that
to
episode.
Atlanta. I done been in them COVID streets. I'm done.
He
Ever
had the
going
COVID.
back.
Ain't never-
Liz, I'm not mad. Yeah, y'all kind of wild out there in Atlanta. I ain't gonna lie to you, but we're gonna talk about the couples. We're gonna go in order of appearance. Sure. I'm not gonna lie to you. We've spent the last 10 minutes trying to remember who was who. Angel,
I remember these folks.
she's got him down.
I got them down too.
I
You
do
got
not.
pilot boy, flight attendant girl,
they're
80s
not
boy.
together.
I'm just naming the people.
Oh.
You got
Not rememberable white girl.
Yes,
that girl. I
don't even know her name.
you got
Angel has told me this woman 3 times, and I keep saying I'm missing somebody. It's the non-memorable
Hold up.
girl.
Let me show you the picture that I got up. That's hilarious. All the couples are in all their pictures except
Hayley
her
is off to
and
the
the
side.
chick.
that's 80s boy.
That's
Yeah,
the
80s
and
boy
non-memorable
is-
girl.
and not remember.
Yeah.
They cut her off.
You
Literally,
got
it won't even
biracial.
scoot over. Like I can't even.
That's hysterical. It's so sad, but also so indicative of exactly what we're saying.
Yeah.
You got biracial strong band.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
y'all don't want me to start naming these people off because it gets so racial and offensive.
Okay,
Church
That's
boy
how I remember
Christian.
people though.
Church boy Christian,
And then church boy girl Christian real estater.
Yeah.
Paige.
Yep. And
Okay.
then I don't remember the rest.
And then Vincent and Brianna, who we're starting with.
Yes. Okay. So let's start with Vincent and Brianna. I'll pop up a little picture
Is that
here.
her name?
She's engineer?
Brianna or Bianca?
Yeah, she's an engineer.
Engineer.
She's the engineer.
Okay,
Brianna's
yes,
the engineer.
Black woman
and
engineer.
Vincent is
An entrepreneur.
the entrepreneur. I ain't gonna lie to you. As he was
He had
talking,
this-
I was like, "So do you have CEO in your bio?" Which means
Hilarious.
CEO
He had all
of
them
nothing.
Mercedes cars in his little intro thing.
He's
Yeah,
a
what?
Right? He had all the Mercedes
He's a-
in his
he's a car
intro
broker.
package.
Yeah, he's
Does he sell car? What
He
was
works
his
at a
deal?
dealership.
I was gonna say, I
He's
think he's a car salesman,
Yeah.
but they called him a broker.
That's what I wasn't understanding.
I've heard of car brokers before. Like I could do that. It just be like, "What you looking for?" All right, I find
Is
it
it
for you.
really
Oh,
a
is
car
that it?
salesman,
Yeah.
or is he a person that buys cars and then sells them to dealerships, or
Yeah,
does
I
he
don't know.
actually interact with people?
He ain't say. Ain't no telling.
I don't know.
He work at Nissan. Let's just say that.
Nissan. That was just a funny one to work at.
A Nissan.
Nigga, you boy, sell me an Altima and Hush.
Yeah. I mean, he sell Acuras too. It's cool.
That's hilarious. So my thoughts on Brianna, and then we'll give our predictions. That's how we did it last time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
My thoughts on Brianna. Super type A personality.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very.
He is ambitious and all that. Go get her.
Controlling. Or in control. Likes to be in control.
Likes to
Someone
be
who
in control.
cleaned up after people.
She's
Yeah.
out.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yes. I
Organized.
liked her question though. You don't want to maybe put that in the scene?
Yeah.
That's
clean it up?
honest right there.
It
It is.
You ain't gonna put them back where they supposed to go.
But I love her because the fact that she's an engineer and like is math girl and like all of that, and she's black, and I just absolutely adore those traits about her.
I mean, engineer
But
don't
her
mean you good
friends,
at math, cause hey,
He's like, I'm an engineer, and don't you?
well, I
where's
guess,
the
I get there's
calculator?
different. Yeah,
Is she a structural engineer?
I don't know.
I think she's in construction.
Okay, because she said she'd
They
be on
pulled up
job
some
sites all the
schematics.
time.
I'm like, I know what that is.
Okay.
Yeah, me too. I saw that. I was like, Blue, we
I
need to
can't
talk,
read
bro.
drawings to save my
Huh?
I
life.
was very intrigued. Go ahead,
With
Melissa.
it,
Sorry.
the last thing I was gonna say is her friends, when she was sitting down telling them that she was picked, and they was like, "Girl, are you sure? Because you're stubborn." She was
Oh,
like,
that was
"I'm
funny.
a great mate," and she was like, do you really think that, huh?
Right,
Do
right,
you?
right.
Hey, that's some honest friends you need them in your life.
You do, but I was like, y'all, just somebody be happy for this girl.
I know.
know.
Yeah, low key hating, but it's all good. We get it.
But she said what's so strange for her to be stubborn. She says a lot of times in relationships, she would change herself.
Yeah.
Like she would first look at complete physical, and that would be the reason that she would want to be with somebody, and then she would try to morph herself into working with that person. So that seems strange. Her friends call her stubborn, but she's like, I'll try to become whatever it needs to become
did
to
say that.
be in a relationship. So I don't know. And then the little Vincent, he was
Why it gotta be little?
little Vincent. He became little Vincent at the bachelor party. That's when he turned to
yeah.
little Vincent. Because first he starts off as this, I just want to have a family, want to be there like my dad was.
then he
First of all,
tried
it
to-
wasn't even like he wanted a wife. He just wants a family. That's
Yeah.
all he talked about. I want some kids. I want to be that dad. And then he was all up on that tattooed stripper.
Yes, he
He was
like-
all up on.
I want some of that.
I ain't gonna talk about that girl
No,
like that.
don't
But
you
hey, talking about hey, I'm trying to get in that. Like what?
He said, if I woke up to you, I would be happy.
He did. He did say that. I was like,
Hey,
what,
that liquor
what
make
you
you
want
honest.
okay, again, you say you want a family.
Listen,
You wanna be
the wife is a
dad.
means to an end to him.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We can be divorced.
That becomes problematic if you could separate the wife from the family.
Listen, because
Yeah.
you can get a family without the wife.
Correct.
Understand me?
The other thing, this is random but funny. His friend reminded me of Jacquees.
Jacquees.
You don't Jacquees?
The singer?
Yes. You guys don't remember? How do you spell it?
I'm thinking of Jamiroquai.
Huh?
JACQ.
You thinking of a white dude?
Yeah, that's,
You guys don't remember his friend that he was talking to that was offering him, and
Yeah.
he had the glasses and
remember
the
Jacquees.
locks.
Uh-huh.
That's all I could see.
Oh, you wouldn't know Jacquees.
oh,
I'm surprised I know him, to be honest.
who's Jacquees?
That's a singer.
Oh yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I got.
So
Anything else?
Are we doing predictions?
Yes,
last, right?
ma'am.
Or are we
So, Kev, we can start with you. Brianna and Vincent, make it or don't. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
We get to change this later or no?
Yeah, this is a living document. We change it throughout.
Okay, I'm here for it. Your preliminary prediction.
I'm going to say, yeah, they going to make it. Nah, the tattoo stripper. That's Brett energy.
Nah, he's not the Brett. Though.
Now, remember when Brett was acting up at the bachelor party? What I'm talking
Yeah, but
about?
we all saw that at the beginning. This dude want to be married. But that's your prediction. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you move on.
I'm going to say they going to make it.
Hello.
There was
this-
only one couple that I feel like
You unstable.
Oh, there's a
Yeah.
couple couples I don't think that.
they
Nah,
in.
those are-
They're in.
I
I
actually,
like Brianna. I believe in her.
I believe in Brianna as well. I think that I'm gonna go with yes.
We just talking about making it to decision day, right? Like
No.
say yes at decision
Yeah,
day.
say
yeah,
yes.
Yeah. They're going to say
Yeah, I think yes as well.
I think yes as well. I think she will support him in his dreams, which was a big thing
It
for
was a
him.
big thing for him.
And I think she'll actually help him execute those dreams. She'll be like, let's write down a plan.
Yeah.
Action plan, smart goals. So I actually think they will make it.
Yeah, I definitely think they're gonna make it. She's gonna make him a better him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can
absolutely.
definitely see that happening.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
She just
what
seems
we
to
do.
have her stuff together, but yeah, together they're gonna have to grow.
Yeah.
Yes.
As of right now, they're definitely gonna make it. Right?
Yeah, I think so too. I think Brianna could, like you said, help him. I also
The
think
stripper thing gonna come back up. Though.
I do too, but
1000%.
he wasn't as bad as Brett. Brett was disrespectful.
I mean, Brett's a whole different creature altogether. Let's get off him.
Okay,
Wanna
fine.
be with that cat.
Boy,
Okay,
lame.
next couple, Virginia and Eric.
Yes,
This is-
that's the
this is-
biracial boy. No. Sorry.
Virginia's
Is it Pilot
the
Boy?
young girl,
Yes.
drinking girl.
And then he's the
Yeah,
pilot.
they are. Yeah.
Party girl,
Party girl and the
and
pilot.
pilot.
She needs a boyfriend that's playful.
I need to remember.
This
what
was
they-
a
She's too
terrible,
immature.
Oh, this is a
terrible,
terrible
match.
match.
Horrible
There's the
match.
huge age gap, which is not to say that can't work, but he said he's super conservative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
gonna say-
okay, so he voted for Trump.
This
Like, soon as he said it, I said, okay, got it.
they
that
definitely
plane
got
to
Trump
storm
energy.
the
They got
Capitol.
wealthy Trump
Yes.
energy though. They ain't
Wealthy
got,
Trump.
They ain't got that. They ain't got
It's for
missing teeth
business. I don't want
Trump.
business in my government.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Government in my
Exactly.
business.
And
He,
then,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. Oh, I was just going to say, and then she's so focused on partying. That
She
don't
said it
look-
so many times in her
That's-
package.
She was like, if he doesn't drink, that's going to be
No,
a
that
problem.
ain't how she said it. If he doesn't drink, it's gonna be a problem. I really want somebody to have fun with.
He was
I
like
to
that
go to
upward
bars.
inflection was killing him.
I like to hook up with people and have fun.
So I
That's
think,
all she talked about. All her pictures was like on the beach. I'm like, girl, what else do you do?
The thing
Nothing.
is,
This it.
what are they? 26 and 34. What is that? 8 years?
Yep, 8.
Okay. That's not a huge age gap, but she is a young 26.
Right.
She's young.
Yes.
She's immature.
And he's an old. I've been married already.
Yes.
34.
Wait, how old is he's 34. He's got the mind of a 48-year-old.
He,
Right.
bro, he reads the newspaper still.
Right.
Local, not
Yeah.
USA Today, Wall Street Journal. Let me get the Georgia Times.
Then he loves what he does. Here's the thing. He loves what he does because he's a pilot.
And he
Yep.
was falling.
Which is,
he was flying in
already
singlet.
impressive.
Yes, he was.
But he likes to fly for fun. That's what he does on his
That's
free
what I'm
time.
saying.
He's flying his own plane.
Right.
And you grade put him with a chick that can't get out of a bar off her
I want a
face.
plane.
Come on,
This
man.
woman was throwing
What's gonna
up.
happen?
Throwing up from drinking so much.
I can't. And
I
then
that's young.
when they did, let me see, because I wrote it down. When
Oh,
she was
Mel, that's
doing her confessional, and she was just like, "I feel like."
Yeah, she was told down.
I was like,
That's
"Man,
like college frat.
She was like,
drinking
Yes.
stuff. Like,
Yes.
slurred speech, like,
Yeah.
you want some man.
I thought this was the one of the worst pairings of the season. I was like,
Yeah.
why would you set this man up who's already had a divorce before
yeah, I agree."
for something that is ultimately going to end a divorce?
What did they say when they said this is why we picked them two?
That they are the kind of like they
The
will pull
opposite,
each other
yeah,
out of
pull
their
each other
shell.
in.
Like
That's what
she,
it was.
because he needs to start living life more, that she'll get him out of his shell, and then I guess he'll give her health insurance. I don't know.
Sometimes they do this. That's what they tried with Henry and the other girl. And what
Christina.
ends up happening is people burrow more into their own
who they
personality.
are. Yeah.
You know, Henry was like, I'm not going nowhere. She's like, well, I'm going to my friend's house. And also, I don't have a house.
Right. One of
Exactly.
the
Or
friends
clothes.
said it during the matchmaking special, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is so good." She said, "People could match on paper, but what's often not accounted for is human behavior." And I was like, that's the missing element of this whole matchmaking process is opposites attract, and generally that does happen. But what you don't make account for is, do I want to really come out of my shell? Like, am
Yeah.
I going to be open and receptive to it? Am I just going to entrench deeper into my own storyline, and therefore now I'm what's his name? Eric. And so now I'm looking at you like you are a child.
Oh,
you are
yeah.
childish.
Yeah,
You
no,
are
I'm a
immature.
child.
I think you might be an alcoholic. Like you don't,
Absolutely.
and that's toxic. That's
Yeah,
just
it's
going to
very
be
toxic.
arguments because now she going to be fussing at him. You old, you boring, you this, and that's
Yeah.
not a good
But
situation.
the problem is, let's say
Or
he's
she'll
a
be parting
commer-
crazy when he's flying.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. If he's like a commercial pilot, commercial airliner pilot, he's gonna be gone for weeks at a time, and she's just gonna be out partying and hooking up with people and hooking up with the wrong guy, and it's gonna be a oops. Like, what is she gonna do while he's gone?
Yeah,
You know?
she's not one to just stay at home. Okay, so I do not think that Virginia is ready to settle down. I think, unfortunately, because of the way she's the one, her parents got divorced several times.
Well, no,
Oh,
they
your
had
dad
just
wasn't in
not
on it.
several times. They got divorced and then remarried.
Oh, I got lost in that
I
story.
did.
Yeah,
I
like-
was.
so her
I-
mom's been married 15 times from what I got.
Man, who came? So her stepmom
Her
came and
step-
saw
so
her.
the person her dad is married to came to see her.
And her dad was acting like he was like Atlanta, huh?
Yeah, he was not having
With the
it.
blacks?
What she was saying that was confusing. She kept saying my parents kept coming back, and he would come for a couple months and then leave. So I was like, well, did they get back together? But I think she was just saying that like they haven't had a good relationship until recently. The mom and the dad were not going.
Because it's weird to have your stepmom come
And not your
neither
mama.
of your birth
But
parents.
biological.
I thought that was
Oh,
weird.
her mom wasn't in the room as well?
No, that was her
No.
stepmom who surprised her.
It
Wait, her
was two
stepmom
friends and a stepmom.
So I thought it was her friend, her mom, and then her stepmom.
No, it
came.
was two friends and her stepmom
Yeah.
who pulled up.
Oh, that's different.
And that's why I was like, that is. I mean, blended family, I get that, but
Yeah.
usually you come with the person that was the introduction.
But her daddy wasn't with the shenanigans.
no,
He was like, "You
And
gonna do what, little girl?"
Yeah.
And so
You
she was like,
sure?
"So what do you think?" He was like, "Well, I told you I didn't agree with it. I don't know
Right.
what you want me to change my mind." I
How
still
much
don't.
further you want me to go with this?
The family usually is like, "Well, this is crazy, but if it's
I'm
you,
gonna support
I
you.
actually appreciated a Married at First Sight where the family wasn't on board. I think these folks were a little harsh, but most of the time they're like, "Oh my God, I'm so happy for you. You're married a stranger. This is fantastic." I would appreciate them being like, "Girl, you finna do what?
Right.
On
That's
a
how
whole
you
entire
would be.
show?
Can you imagine Zay
With
being
somebody
like,
you don't know?"
Mama,
Look.
I'm gonna marry somebody I never met. Married at First Sight season 1000.
I feel like I would be like, I can't be on camera because I got questions.
I'd be like, all right, we believe in divorce too. Let's see how it go.
The Lord didn't agree with it, but he allowed it.
And I'll be like, check your phone just in case I see her backstage before. Check your phone because I might text you and be like,
can you
baby.
imagine getting Angel as the family?
I couldn't do it.
Your mom's always twerking. What's up with that?
Whole time.
All right, Virginia. Oh, go ahead.
No way.
I think it was it.
I think no. She gonna do something to piss him off. He gonna be like, you know what? Being single was cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather just fly my little single engine. When on my off days, I'm not finna do this.
Yeah, I'm definitely going with no. I just don't think they're compatible
Yep.
at all. They will find little to no commonality.
Yeah. I'm definitely going with the no. To your point, you said you don't think she's ready to settle down. She literally said those words out of her mouth. She said, I want somebody that will go on adventures with me. I'm not ready to settle down.
Oh, girl, why'd you apply?
That man closer to 40
Than he is. He's closer to 50 than he is 40.
in temperament.
Yes.
For sure.
So, no, it's not going to happen.
I have hope.
Do
No,
you,
you
Marcus
do
Tanksley?
not.
They're gonna fail. She don't need anything that he's bringing to the table right now.
No.
Like, this girl's got a lot of growing to do. Like a whole lot of growing. She's, like you said, she's a 26. You said young. I call immature 26-year-olds.
She is.
She
Yeah.
acts like a 22-year-old.
They gave him a daughter, not a wife.
I was just thinking that. I wonder if the roles will be child parentified. Like, I feel like he
Yeah.
might
Call him
feel like
daddy.
he has to parent her, and that's not.
That ain't sexy.
Yeah, he's in the hangar with his jet and his sports cars in the background. Like, this man is done well for himself.
The other thing. Go ahead.
I was going to say, it's not to say that he might not enjoy if they end up having any sexual chemistry.
I was just
Oh,
about. That's
absolutely.
exactly what I was going to say.
It's gonna
Exactly.
be. You know what she sounds like? You remember back in the day? Back in the day when all them 1-900 things would come on late at night, and the
call
only
girl-
thing,
I mean,
the calling
sex
thing,
girls?
And, the phone set, and all they say is gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna have so much fun. It's gonna be so fun. It's like that's what she sounds like.
It's hilarious. Big girl 6 energy.
I think that in the beginning, it'll seem like he's enjoying it. Because I think in the beginning, he will be like, oh my gosh, she's so much fun. And I'm having so much fun. And look at how much fun I'm having. And this is so great because I've never done this. And then the real world, like after the honeymoon and the real world sets
honeymoon
in,
stage is
and
over.
he has to go to work. And she's like, nobody needs work. Let's stay in the house.
Yeah.
Or
What
maybe
does she
I'm
do
gonna
for a living?
Over
Let's go to El
nursing a
Cerritos.
hangover.
I don't know what she does.
I think she is a married at first sight person. That's what's on her thing. Occupation.
No, there was quite a few like food delivery people. What was there?
I don't remember
I don't
anything
know.
about this girl,
Oh, no, there was
but
something
party
different I was
thing. I don't
There
remember.
was completely something different I was watching. I take that back.
Virginia, they
Actually, I
don't
was
say.
watching
They
The
don't
Bachelor.
say what she's done because I don't think she's done anything. He's tickled easily, so I think, like you said, that it'll be fun at first, and then he'll be like, "Wait a minute, you don't have a job? You don't have anything?"
You mean
That's why-
this
that's
is how
why they
you
put
want to
you
live
with me.
always and forever?
Yeah.
She's got shot glasses.
Yes.
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 She's still got
Hilarious.
shot glasses.
That makes so much sense.
Yes.
When you keep that, it tells you a lot about a person.
Sure enough.
Yes.
Sure enough. Okay, next couple. Child, this is what I want to talk about. Paige and Chris.
Oh,
my
it's so
gosh.
funny you wrote down blessed with the money
Because
sign.
I want to know,
Guess what they put in his name?
I know, but I was-
producers, did y'all do that? Or did he request it?
that
It's
looked like
so
an Instagram
mean.
handle.
That looks like he was like, actually, what I was thinking was that I could do blessed, but because I'm so wealthy and I don't want a woman going after me for my money, I need to flaunt how much money I have. So can you make the S's dollar signs?
Can I start?
Go.
Please.
So this dude, he's
It's
got a
on
lot
my
of self work. Self work to do. He's toxic.
Toxic.
Yes,
I would agree.
Toxic.
Boy.
I'm going to agree as
For
well.
you to, yes, he's toxic. He,
Britney Spears?
the way he comes off is like, all right, if you're God's gift to this world, you are fresh out of a divorce or relationship.
Relationship, not a divorce.
The,
thought they
the
said
recent
divorce.
one,
He-
too.
he
Yes,
proposed
recent, 3 months
in
ago.
2020.
He proposed in February,
Yes.
and like March they were
Broke
broke
up.
off.
Yes.
Yeah.
So-
and they had only started dating in like November.
October.
Right.
Yeah.
And when do you think they shot this?
Big?
Like 2 months ago, probably? Two,
I
3
heard
months ago?
fireworks in the background. Was that like
4th of
I
July.
thought that was a lightning storm.
Oh, I did see lightning in one of the
At
scenes.
Paige,
Okay, maybe
Paige's
so.
family back.
Maybe so.
In
I thought it was
Atlanta,
lightning.
it'd be
It could be
yeah,
either
yeah,
of those.
yeah.
But the point is, within a year, you were just engaged.
Right.
Just engaged. So for him to have all this going for himself, it seems like any woman that knows him would be, hey, I want to be with Chris. Yeah, Chris. But I'm like, so you got all this going for yourself, but yet you sign up for a show for someone to marry you that does not know you at all.
Yeah.
Like, what does that say? I don't know.
Because he kept saying women just wanted him for his money.
No,
Like, you
I
can
got
go
a
out of
question.
town and find somebody that don't know you.
Yeah, is he a finance manager like of stocks and stuff, or like because at the car dealership, the finance manager comes and they do the final numbers.
Right.
That makes more sense, seeing as he moved to Florida and was worked in a car dealership.
You probably right.
If he talking all that crazy, and he work at a car dealership.
He owns a
finance manager?
restaurant. Supposedly he owns a restaurant.
Oh, he did say that too.
You can
I
be
missed that.
there could be 12 people that own that one restaurant.
That's true.
That's true.
Or one. It could be like a 4-seater restaurant. You never know.
That's also true. And actually, starting a restaurant is not as expensive as I thought.
No, it's not.
You can start a
maintaining
restaurant.
one is.
Maintaining one is.
There's a lot of risk. Yeah.
There's a lot of risk,
It's
but
a
you
lot
can
of
get
risk.
one for
So,
60 to 80. You can
I
get
mean, he
going.
just the flashy, and even
Kevin
when they were
Stages.
getting their tuxedos and stuff, he was like, I just want to stand out, be dressed different from the rest of the grooms. I'm like, what's that got to do with you and your wife?
He ain't bro, I ain't think about her.
He's not thinking about her. I think this is by far one of the meanest ways they could have put together a couple on this show. I feel like they are setting up Paige to get her feelings hurt, which is really frustrating because he is so much about the physical, so much about sex.
That's
and
all he talk
because,
about.
and this is not to say she is not pretty. I actually think she is pretty. I don't
And
really
got
like
And
body
that
for
white
days.
girl says she has an enormous butt.
That girl got body for days.
she got
She's such an
booty,
enormous
she got the
butt.
boobs. I don't like how she styles
She has a
herself.
body, yada, yada,
necessarily.
yada, yada, yada.
But the way that he talks about beauty makes me think that he's talking about the
Whiteling out girl beauty.
like the very toxic way in which we see beauty for black
Sure.
women.
Yes.
Light skin, like a Nicole Ari Parker type of beautiful.
Boris' wife?
Yes.
Okay.
Which obviously Paige is very far from.
Right.
And because he's talked so much about it, I know us as the viewers, that's the first thing we're going to be looking at is like
How he
how
reacts.
is he responding to her physically. And I just think he's very immature. I think she's so eager to be married that she will probably overlook or try to look past a lot of his toxicness. But I really think I could not believe that they chose him.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Chose him, period. Not even
let's
for
say,
her,
like, say,
but the fact
casting
that he's on the
period.
show.
Yeah.
It's rare that guy talk makes guys uncomfortable. And we're at the bar, they're like, what if she's ugly? They're like, yo, what? Come on, man.
the
you gotta
fact
get
that
to know
that's
her.
at the top
Like,
of his-
Yes.
when men are like, yo, you gotta
Literally.
chill. You wrote that down?
You
I
don't
said I'm afraid he won't be attracted to Paige.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like,
Yeah, but even they were like, well,
They
you
were
gotta
like,
get to know somebody.
yeah.
It's a lot more past looks. It's marriage. It's like
He made all the other
like his
dudes
mom. Was that
uncomfortable.
his mom? That said looks fade.
Grandmother.
Oh yeah,
Grandmother.
she was like,
Grandmother's
"Listen,
like,
I
look
was
fake.
something else when I was 18. You
Yeah.
understand me? I
She
ain't
was
looking
cute,
like that.
though.
She
She is
was. She was like, you understand me? I am what I am now, and your grandfather loves me. But I think she said, "Looks fade, but the heart doesn't."
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody in this show is trying to tell him. He's like, yeah. Beauty and
But
sex.
he's looking for a really somebody that sounds like really really pretty but a freak. And I'm like,
And
if you-
submissive.
and submissive.
submissive.
If you have a wife and she's a freak, guess what? If she's already a freak on her wedding night, she's been a freak for a lot of people.
I used to tell my
You need
kids
to build
in,
that freak.
Bible study.
Bible study.
I said,
Yeah.
if somebody's good at sex they've been having sex.
Angel,
God, you got to
Angel wasn't doing a
practice.
fraction of the stuff she's doing now. But it's about that coaching. It's like, all right,
Yo,
let's run to the
dang.
kitchen and grab some tools.
What's wrong with you?
He's a whole.
Just saying, like you don't
It
want
came
that.
so- it
you
came
don't
out
want
of
that
nowhere.
right off
I was
top.
like, what is
That man said a
happening?
fraction.
Because you've been like, yeah, you gotta say something in fourth quarter. It's like, hold on, you started off hot. Like you perfected this.
That man-
Then yeah, They're like, yeah, I won't be a freak. Like, man, calm down. Put your mind.
I
far
feel like
past
he wants Tinder. You want Tinder. You want to swipe to a beautiful woman. You want to hook up. I don't know that you want.
He wants
I
a
don't know if you want a
trophy wife.
marriage. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to skip ahead too much, but I think it was 80s boy who was like, I feel like in today's dating app world, people don't give love a real chance. Like because you swiped onto somebody, you just get in and get out. I feel like,
true.
I need a bigger shot at making it work, and I don't know that Chris is is in that, and everybody around him, the preacher.
With
everybody
was trying to
with the mascara
the
hairline.
extra sketch. Oh my God!
Wasn't
I
our
need
mascara? What you put on your eyelashes?
That's
Black
mascara.
hair.
Is it mascara? Yeah. See, I know Tank's punches. Make sure y'all check me out. But what did shock me is at the bachelor party, he was just like, you know what? I ain't gonna take no real woman. I ain't gonna go over there. I'm gonna stay away from them because I don't want to disrespect this person that I don't know yet.
Yeah.
So that did throw me. I was like, no, hold on.
Because he like church boy, but you know, church boy can take some women down.
This was my
understand me?
problem. My ultimate problem with Chris.
Go ahead. What's your ultimate?
I feel like I'm trying to dance around what I want to say.
Say
He ain't
I'ma
that cute
say
to be
it.
asking
We'll
for
fix it.
you.
Well, amen to that.
I was in
But in addition,
When people say, first of all, you shouldn't
Calm
say
down.
what you're saying.
Calm down now, sir.
pumping brakes, hold
everybody
your horses,
simmer
sir.
down. But in
Easy.
addition, I feel like I'm gonna just say it and I'll decide in real time if I'm gonna edit it out. Real life church men like him are toxic.
I know you want to say F boys.
No, because he's the drummer type of
I
church
knew you
boy.
were going to say that.
He is.
They trying to
Come
beat
on,
some
tell the
time.
truth, Melissa.
Weaponizes religion and the Bible
Come on.
to use against a woman and the agency she has over her body,
Yeah.
over her sex life, over her mind, over all of it. And
know she's
that's
on agency.
not.
She ain't
And
playing
listen
around.
to me. When I saw him in the thing, I was
Oh, she
like,
clapped.
And she said agency. Anytime Lisa get on agency, she
Let
ain't
her
messing
talk.
around.
Get a
that's
talk
why
about it.
that's why I don't like him. And my fear is Paige is so gung ho
Yeah.
about being married that she's gonna bend too far to please him.
You
What
know
she
what?
said?
Her family
Being too
was
far to
like, what
break.
about your deal breakers? She was like, deal breakers. She was like, but all the people, she said God-fearing and something else.
Yes.
God-fearing and wanted children.
Yes.
exactly what
And they
she
were like, you was with God-fearing people and you broke up. She was like, I ain't got a good answer for that. She
like, it's a
was
timeline.
completely stumped.
Yeah.
She's like, that's a good
She did
point.
say the timeline.
But hopefully she's not willing to submit too far because it does sound like she just wants to be married to the person with those standards. But even the person with those standards that she's seen in her past ain't gonna work out all
That's not a given.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And God-fearing is a spectrum.
Yeah.
Yes.
Switch the spectrum, 1-800-3,
I
whatever
can't
the number
stand
is.
you. The other thing that really made me go, was he was like, I was a preacher, but I wasn't making enough money.
Oh! Ain't
was
nobody
like-
ever said that out loud.
I was like,
People don't go into that ministry to get rich.
so that
Yeah,
let me know
that's-
how much the
good
surface
point.
is so important to him.
Yeah.
And that even if, even I can understand if there are certain things that you aesthetically are attracted to, but even if she isn't all those things he needs, that he does not care about anything deeper, anything else
Yeah.
that she brings to the table.
Yeah.
If you're going to admit that you decided to be homeless in your car rather than preach the word because you wanted to
That's
make
man.
more
That-
money.
What's that saying?
That sentence was so loud. It
What
felt
is
like
that
my
saying?
TV turned that up. He said, I used to be a preacher, but I wasn't making no bread. I said, hold on.
Yeah, it tripped me out. I
Then he
said,
said,
oh,
but,
usually people-
but you went to be, like you said, went to be homeless instead?
Man, and then immediately was like, that's big Jonah energy.
yeah.
Like you were called, you were like, man, I'm moving to Florida.
Bumping
And was
in the
homeless
boat.
for 4 months?
Yeah.
4 months.
Yeah, that's not common. Most people who are preachers, they will go almost bankrupt, and their family got to be like, bro, you
Let it go.
It's God.
Yes.
I
It
don't think
wasn't
God
God's
calls
voice.
you. I think you heard somebody. He was calling somebody
Yo,
else.
yeah.
You heard talk to your auntie and she called you.
And the last thing that made me go was his pastor big brother hairline drawer owner. When he was like,
Sharpie,
yeah, he was like, and it's such a shame because he's not a bad looking dude, so that just draws your attention. I
Yeah.
was like, oh,
I feel like the cameras were pristine.
Yes,
They're like,
they-
hey, Kev, look at this. Crazy, huh?
Every time his eyebrow went up and that hairline was in the wrinkles of his
Oh,
forehead,
it
I'm
hurt
like,
my
hair
spirit.
don't grow right there. Not even on eights.
Don't go right there. Not even
but
on eight.
his whole thing was, I knew when he said, I knew my wife was my wife because she was the only woman I had been in a relationship with that I hadn't had sex with. Excuse me, Pastor. You're a whore. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I wanted to draw. She was like, no. And I was like, I'm going to marry you.
Yeah.
You said no to the cat.
Yeah.
You my wife.
Let me
because
get on the
I'm going to
side.
get these panties.
Let me get on the sanctification tip.
He said, my flock has never said no to me, and you did. That's why I was in his
one.
aisle.
And also, what trips me out, preachers using preacher voice in non-preacher scenarios, it always is just talk.
Just talk
Just talk
regular.
regular. Nobody,
Yeah.
I would like a number 3 with large fries. I want an increase.
I'm in the
Amen.
back seat. Pastor, hurry up so we can go.
Sir, there's 300 cars behind us. You know we can't go inside.
Oh my God.
And a
You know we can't go.
And
it's weird outside of the
man.
pulpit. It's weird. You gotta just talk. Let me get a number 3 with Chick-fil-A sauce.
Yeah.
By the way, I want to go to Zaxby's.
I just pray that Chris is just shown himself in a bad light and that he's better than what he's showing
He
me.
could have just had a bad episode.
And if it's not though,
He said a lot of bad stuff.
He has. He said
That was
a
2
lot.
episodes.
He jumped off the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, it was 2 episodes.
Yeah.
It was tripping with 2 hours.
I
I said, bro, I got
Hey.
this is
Fell
a
asleep 3
this
times.
is about as long as Wonder Woman 84. I had to break it down, and I watched it on Prime with no commercials. I was like, enough.
I enjoyed
I
it.
feel
I
like
ain't gonna
I'm
lie to
getting
you.
married.
You enjoyed it?
I'm gonna tell you why though, because I hate when you have to wait another season. I mean, another
No,
season,
yeah,
another
I do agree with
week.
that.
Also,
I do
you
agree
get
with
so
that.
many.
Yeah,
Putting
just
it
go to
together.
the wedding, then straight to the honeymoon.
Yeah. I agree with that.
God, this 4 weeks. Ain't nobody care.
So
I'm
with-
just playing Married at First Sight. Come back and sponsor us on this here podcast.
They're like the way y'all be talking about us.
Hey, but
excellent.
people
We
come
talk about
here.
it because we love it.
Yeah.
Right.
If we didn't care about listen, other shows we couldn't get into it.
This is
We
how
couldn't
people
do it.
talk when they not in front of the camera.
That's
so
real.
you're seeing it right here.
And that's why y'all probably ain't calling us. 'Cause y'all ain't gonna call us. We ain't finna sugarcoat nothing.
Not
We gonna
a
talk
thing.
like we talking here, or we gonna keep it on this YouTube page. Now call us or don't,
But call us.
but also call us. Cause we seen some of the other review shows. Snooze fest.
Call
It
it.
I was
ain't
gonna
interesting
say-
when you got to be all say the nice things.
I was about to
We
say-
want to say what the people think.
On their own review show, they have a prediction thing, and I was like, "Did I get this from y'all? Y'all got it from me."
Listen, when I saw that they had already predicted the last season, I said, "So y'all been around here? Huh? I did not know." I was like, "I thought y'all copied us."
I for sure thought.
How y'all copy us and post y'all video first? This was our idea. How y'all have 7 seasons
I
of this
was-
that we started last year?
How? I was
You
right,
went in our minds?
I was right now years old when I found it out. I thought they just took it from us. I just didn't care.
How you take this from us and you got 7 seasons worth?
This is ridiculous.
You started
Witchcraft.
before us? It's hot in here. Is the AC off on Saturday?
I think
I
it
think
is.
so.
That was only Sunday.
It's supposed to be.
No, because it's off hours.
I'm sweaty.
How many hours is it out?
I'm over here sweating for real.
I am too.
So what is
I got this.
All right,
little
are we-
stinking.
we
laughing
Okay.
too.
Judging them?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all right, girl.
Paige
They
and
say
Chris
you're right.
together or no?
I think they gonna self-destruct. I think his personality, she gonna find him not as God-fearing as she wanted, which is what her people were saying.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna make it very much no.
Yeah, I'm going with the definite no as well. In addition, I don't think he'll want kids nearly as quickly as she will.
That's also true.
He kept saying you had to have kids so you can replicate yourself. I said, "Oh, well, you dumb."
He said he felt like he was put on. God anointed him.
Yes, see, that's what
To
he said.
have kids.
His ego is
I can
crazy.
see why the casting director booked him
Because he'll make
Views.
Meaning for the entertainment
for the
part?
entertainment factor.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, it is a television show, and if everybody was like as wholesome as I am, it'd be boring. So you need your New Yorks and
understand.
Tamars
You're right,
and
Kev.
Nanny Leaks.
You're right.
What is happening? I actually would like to say this is an absolute no, but I'm gonna put them at a maybe.
Really?
I could see the maybe.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
put them at the maybe just
You said no.
because
I said no though.
I do think a part of him is putting on a show. That's the reason why he had all those questions. He's like, "Oh, we got to do questions. I'm gonna ask him all the questions. What if you have
It
a
was
baby?
funny to
Even
me.
the fellas
on a
got to know it.
honeymoon?
Like, you asked a
If
lot
you-
of questions.
They went outside and talked about it.
Yes, they did. They were like, "This Chris is a mess." So I'm hoping that he's putting on a little bit of a show, and then I also think Paige will bend as much as she has to make this work.
That's also a good factor. I'm not changing my mind, but one factor in marriage is what your partner's willing to accept or not. And if your partner accepts more of your part or of your negative personality, whatever, it stands to reason that you'll stay together longer
Yeah.
until they be like, all right, I'm not finna do
Yeah.
this no more. And then you really got to change. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
So
Yeah.
I'm here instead of there.
Okay.
Yeah, with them, it's kind of early for me to say. Right now, going off of the past couple episodes, I would say no, but I think I got to go with a maybe. Just because I mean, as much as she may be willing to bend, she does seem like one of them real ones. And I think she'll bend to a point to be like a fishing pole. It's like, no, but you come back here a little bit. This thing ain't going to work at all.
It was.
And he may be willing to,
Get
get himself together. Like I said, he might have to do some self-work, or maybe she's going to have to show him that he needs some self-work. Because this boy, I still stand by, he's toxic. Anyway, so yeah, I got to go with a maybe.
All right.
Apple.
Okay, next one is Hayley and Jacob.
These people.
The forgettable white girl in 80s
Oh,
boy.
yeah, I ain't got a
80s
picture.
boy.
Okay, 80s boy, remember?
I like 80s boy. He built a beach in his backyard.
He did.
He did.
He said, man, I was like,
You see it? You see
I don't
him
want
all?
to mow the lawn.
You see him all cut up and shredded,
He
doing his workout.
Yeah.
Look,
This
y'all,
is
we
the
call.
most fit group of Married at First Sighters.
We've been calling Hayley because she, her personality doesn't stand out as much as some of the other people. We can't remember who she
I
is.
have watched her thing 4 times and can't remember her.
Is this Hayley?
And it's
Yeah,
not,
is that
and
Virginia?
it's not
Okay.
a bad thing, but it's hilarious because the picture that I'm holding up of this couple, she is completely cut off. So you can't even
send
see
it
her.
so I can do it?
If he screenshots it.
Let me do
screenshot it.
Put it
Okay.
from your
How?
phone, from your iPhone.
I'll do
I
it.
want to make sure I
I'll
include
pixelate.
it. This is
Here
the
we
thing
go.
about Hayley was always the bridesmaid girl.
Yes.
She was drinking a beer when she told her friends. Is that her?
There are a few of
Drinking
them
a
was.
beer. Jeez,
Yeah, they were
that
sitting
was
outside.
So specific.
No.
I could have already seen it by now.
Remember they were it was her and 3 other white girls.
My note said her friends played her, and I don't even know what I meant by that.
I remember always the bridesmaid girl.
Yeah, she was always the bridesmaid.
She's like hopeful.
She's just like, we're going to see. I think her friends are skeptical. Long of the short is, they are not interesting enough for us to have a full conversation about them.
Yeah,
That's
he wants to be married.
Yeah.
He said he looked in the mirror and said, "You're almost 40."
Right. That's his own thing.
He had some regret.
Yeah.
He was like, I felt like I was settling. Then he looked around the corner and said something better coming. And there was a couple years there where nothing came. He was like, you tripping.
Right.
He was the workout dude
Yeah.
that
He
was
was
bigger
one
when
of
he
the
was
workout
younger.
dude.
Was he bigger when he was younger and he had an older brother?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah,
him.
yeah.
I don't remember this woman at all.
I'm telling you,
She
they
was- I feel
can
like she
make
was
it
she was drinking
if they don't
beers.
get bored off of each other. That's it.
What does he do? He's an computer.
He's a computer programmer.
Computer.
programmer.
I if she's attracted to him, I think they'll be okay. It doesn't look like they have any type of chemistry in that photo that you have,
No,
Melissa.
it
It
does
looks like
not.
they're just like, okay, brother.
and
right,
there's a
sister.
10-year age gap I didn't realize either. She's
Is
28 and he's 38.
Yeah, but she looks older.
Yeah. And she's not young minded.
No,
No.
she's
From
not
what
as
I
young minded.
I didn't see anything in their personalities that to me that would repel them from each other. I think they'll definitely work
I
out.
think they're in.
She said the only thing she said was she is not quick to let down her guard because she's had so many bad situations in the past. So they might be like more of a crock pot type of love. Where they slow.
That was a good analogy.
Oh, crock pot.
The slow cooker.
I started
I don't
thinking
think
about
there'll
pot
be
roast.
anything that'll make them go, oh, I've got to get out of this now. But I think they'll both be willing to be like, let's really take the time
Yeah.
to see. And unless
He's the one that said that too. He's the one that said that I don't want to give up on love. Our generation does that.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
his thing was Mr. Last Chance for Love.
Yes.
Yeah.
before 40, because he was like, this would be last chance I probably have to get married before 40. So
It's not that old, is it though?
48?
I mean, if you're in Georgia, people in the South typically get married in their young 20s. So to be close to 40 and not married
That's
with
a
no
good point.
kids,
Yeah, that's
I
good.
didn't-
It
Out in
feels like
California, they
forever.
don't get married till they 78.
At
Listen, we
27,
got
I was
out
like,
here
this
and
is
was like,
taking forever.
the people aren't married here,
They're
They
not.
don't get married.
and they don't have kids.
We were like the
We saw y'all.
elders.
We said regular blacks.
Yes, and
Yeah.
we were the only ones. We were like,
Out of our entire group of friends, we
Out
were the
here.
married couple.
The
out
married
here.
couple with the
We were the
kids.
last to get married out of our friends back home.
Yes.
People was like, y'all almost in your late 20s. Y'all ain't married yet?
Everybody
"Man,
back
you got
home
2
had
kids
kids.
yet?" Yeah.
Me and Melissa got married at 21, and all of our friends, a good amount of our friends, already had kids or were married,
Yeah. That sounds about right.
and we were 21 and 20.
That's not old.
No, that's young.
Haley and Jacob, Kevin. Or
Oh,
any
they're gonna
other
make
thoughts?
it. No, they gonna make it.
I don't know.
They gonna make it. for
I'm going to
sure.
just go with the majority.
We
I
are
don't
gonna
remember
make
them at
it.
all. I remember him being 80s. That's it. That's all I
She's
remember.
like, that's where period.
Yeah.
I think they will make it not because there's sparks and not because they're so drawn to each other, but just because there's nothing else to do during a pandemic. I think that's what they'll be like. Listen, girl, where you on your way to?
I actually can see that too.
So yeah,
Listen, he got the
I got
bench
you,
and
you got
his
me.
lawn. This is better than that.
He's got a
Yeah.
corgi. Is that dog? The corgi? Is that kind of dog he got? The little
I
short.
don't remember having no
It's a
dog.
little
About to say
doggy.
he had a dog.
He was playing with him in the
God
backyard
dang,
in the
you
beach.
did what
the
I
fake
be
beach
doing. You
that he
fast
created.
forwarded, didn't you?
Normally I be paying attention. I don't know where I was.
It was a lot of new information.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
It was a
People
long, and it was a long
everywhere.
episode. But I completely missed this couple.
Did you say yes?
Yeah, I said. Yeah, I already said. Well, yeah, they. I'll say it again. They're gonna make. Not even because of the pandemic. This is nothing in their personalities that would push them away from each other. I don't think. I think they'll make it.
If
I
they
think they'll
don't
be
make
fine.
it, it'll be her saying no,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but not him.
I agree.
Okay. Last couple, Clara and Ryan. I think this is one of very few interracial couples on the show.
Oh. Her.
I think that they will find true love.
This is the
What is
couple
Claire?
that
Is
we
she the
actually.
flight attendant?
She's the flight
She's
attendant.
the flight attendant. She basically said, "I want a black dude."
that
Oh,
has.
she
You
absolutely
can hear
did.
the white privilege in her voice, and the way she.
She
speaks.
said, "I've been in protest, Black Lives." She didn't say Black Lives Matter, but she
I mean,
pretty
the
much said
protest
Black Lives
is the
Matter.
new I got a black friend.
Yeah.
But she probably tried to say Black Lives Matter, and the producer was like, "Can you just
Can
say
you not?
Yeah,
do
no,
that?
she said basically everything that came out of her mouth was like, "I want a black dude. He needs to be
She
6
said
foot."
she wanted a Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Did she?
Yeah,
That's
or-
Lori Harvey
No, she
now.
was just like I want something, ambiguous, something where I know that there's something going on in there. That's what I want.
It's a white girl voice.
That's what her voice.
Funny.
It killed me. She's the one who brought the lingerie to the ladies.
She did.
She was like, we can, mismatch, figure out who wants what.
I can do that all day versus this, and every time I talk,
We
it's
both
gonna
were just
have
irritated at
fun.
voices. We really were. This is the one that we got to end with their wedding,
Yes,
Yeah,
and
it was so sweet.
his letter was beautiful, and I
was
said I would
so
actually probably tear up if my groom that I didn't know wrote me that letter.
you got one that you
You
do
do-
know that
you
didn't write nothing like it.
But you be writing stuff all the time. I love you.
I don't.
And then you do too. Quit
Would I be
lying.
right? I done wrote some stuff.
Shut up,
He
then.
said, I love you, and rubbed his knee. I love you.
I love you. Bless you.
keep
Bless
writing.
your heart. I was hoping the moment that he wanted to do the blindfolded moment where it's supposed to be intimate, I thought they were going to do that before they got in front of the audience. I was like, well, this is weird.
Yeah, to do it up at the.
Well, this is weird.
In
I
front
was-
of all these people, she
And I
even
also-
said it. This is weird.
And I also felt like it was. I didn't like that he took away that there's something about seeing your groom for the first time at the end of the, so it gives you your brain time to process on your way up, so that you're not giving your initial reaction
Yeah.
in their face.
Yeah.
I was like, why would he take that moment from her? So now she got to be like
He don't know.
trying to look him up and down in his face.
Yeah.
But what you say?
I said he don't know.
He should even think about the fact that he has to have the same reaction of seeing her
He
from
looked
far
like a
away.
UFC fighter.
Angela's dude is 29.
I don't know.
They're actually the ones that's the closest in age, huh?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They have the
29 and
shortest.
27.
Oh no, Paige and Chris only have a 1 year age gap.
She said she wanted somebody like an average of 6'1" in height. I said, "Oh, you got you a little baby."
He's not that tall.
Mm-hmm.
As I'm looking at this picture, they don't look happy.
Look at his face. Look at
He
that
looks
smirk.
like a UFC fighter.
Yeah.
Look at that. That looks like a landing strip. On
I
the
think
vagina
what they
on
got
his labia.
done well with them. He dates white girls.
Yeah.
She likes dating non-white guys. I think that. I mean, of course, we can't account for like the human behavior of it all, but I feel like they're going to like each other. I
Yeah.
do feel
No,
like they are
definitely.
going to like each other. They're gonna have a
Personality
good
wise,
time.
I feel like they have a good shot.
Yeah, she looks at him and she can't tell what he is. It's like, what's in you?
Yeah.
Is that Puerto? No, Latin.
Is that
I don't-
fetish or is that
I don't know.
preference?
So-
I was thinking about the line on that.
I don't know. I don't.
The what?
I'm not.
Is it fetishing or preference?
I think it's fetish.
I think if it depends on what the reasons are.
That's true.
It I think equates to if it's a fetish or if it's a preference.
Okay,
And
I
it
get
seems
that.
like she just, as far as looks, it's probably every single one of his ex looks just like her.
I agree.
I think for him, it's just probably a preference because that is what he grew up around.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that is now what he has become comfortable with.
Yes, right.
I don't know about her and why she has gone after or dated mainly or
No, she could. I got a feeling she could be in Switzerland and find a black dude like.
Oh yeah, she
you.
got that metal detector for black dudes. She could. She don't got the black girl haircut though. The white girl black dude haircut.
She don't.
No, she doesn't.
She don't.
I don't know. I think they could work. I feel like that was the only thing that they matched them off of. You be liking the mixed dudes. You be liking the white girls. Oh my gosh, we found it. We cracked the code.
We found love.
And we cracked it. I don't know what else there is because he seems really simple. She seems really progressive.
Mm-hmm.
She took a picture in the overhead cabin.
Yes,
yeah.
What do you get out of there?
She complained a lot. She complains a whole lot when she was trying on her dress. She was just like, I hate it. I don't like this. I want applique, not lace. I hate this. And then even on the wedding day, my hair, it's not what I wanted. This is not how I do the hem. This hem is so stupid. I was like, girl, what is going on? What did
She
you
was
think?
It's her wedding day.
She was.
That's what y'all be
heck.
doing.
Were you stressed
When
out?
I'm not paying for my
I
wedding,
wasn't
it's a different
stressed.
thing.
Wedding's a wedding. You only.
But I also
just
wasn't
want
happy
one.
with my wedding.
I was about to say, I remember you talked about this.
I probably should have been stressed.
So how much of your wedding did you decide or how much was it just decided for you?
It was pretty much all decided for me. I mean, I would say actually that's probably not fair. It was probably a faux collaboration
Between whom and what?
between like me and my mom, but really me accommodating what I knew my mom wanted. So it feels like we're making this together, but really it's like, I know what you want, so I'm just going to agree that like, yes, that's also what I would like as well.
One thing I liked, we had ribs at our reception. I was like, you don't usually
I
see
didn't even
ribs
want
at
to
a
do
rib.
it at that place.
I know you didn't. It was on base.
It was just terrible. It was a lot of things that I want to renew my vows.
Oh, we renew our vows.
I know y'all about to. It's about to be epic. I can't wait to be there.
I want a dolphin to bring the wedding down.
I was just talking about this with Danny 2 nights ago. She was like, let's plan it
Slip and
right
slide.
now.
Just slide on.
When's your anniversary in June? Let's do it now. And I was like, for what I want, I'm going to need more time.
Well, no, your 20th is not coming up yet, though.
No.
I
that when you
thought
wanna
she
do
meant.
it?
I thought she meant plan right now for the 20th.
No. She was like,
We have
Somebody
some
call
everyone has
Seal.
some Dope white
let's
masks.
plan it now for June.
Oh no.
Yeah, I was like,
Take
June
the-
this year? No,
No.
girl, we can't even do nothing.
That's why I said,
I want to be wearing no masks.
And I don't want to be the first super spreader event that psych, it ain't gone.
But it's gonna be
Psych,
worth
it ain't
it.
gone.
It's gonna be like, hey, I had a blast.
Contact tracing down to listen to them
Nope,
devour them.
exactly.
I ain't finna do it on Zoom.
No, do it big. The whole
You do it
to
on Zoom, I will shoot my computer.
Boom, boom,
Oh,
boom,
you'd be
boom.
so mad.
Marcus, you know it's still going on other people's computers.
I
I'll
don't
shoot
care.
my
It
phone,
interrupted
too.
People be
everybody.
having it. I hate when somebody invites me to like a Zoom birthday party or something. I'm like, all of you people look stupid right now.
Guess what you're having for your birthday?
No, I
Zoom
ain't.
birthday
Y'all-
party.
y'all enjoy it.
Boo, boo, boo. You gonna be on there?
Bet I don't. Like, what Mark you gonna call? Riding?
And I'll be right with you, holding up the. Say hi to everybody.
Right.
We're in the car riding.
Throw it out the window.
Tank riders.
I remember for our wedding, I did my hair and my makeup because I just didn't want anybody to mess it up. And he wasn't into makeup at the time, and he adamantly said, "I don't like a whole bunch of makeup." So I was just like, "Why would I pay for anybody to put lip gloss on me?" Pretty much. I'm not gonna do it.
Where
I'm
y'all
not
wedding
gonna do it.
pictures at?
They everywhere.
Oh, I seen them when we made fun of y'all.
Yeah, they everywhere. When he had this little trace of a beard. Yeah.
Don't worry about my beard.
Little trace of a beard. So I can understand wanting things to be a certain way, but had I not paid for my entire wedding, I wouldn't have cared as much. But since I paid for it, I was like, I make every decision. Point blank in a period.
And that's on who?
Mary had a little lamb.
So yeah.
Together,
Oh, they're gonna make it.
I think they're going to make it.
I don't know. Maybe for them.
No, maybe, man. Make a choice.
No.
Okay.
Definitely.
They
A
are
definite
Gonna
yes.
make it.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yes, they are gonna make it. Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool. I like it. All right. So listen, y'all, this has been an episode of The Bold and the Beautiful. Please leave your predictions on who you think's going to make it. Although I posted on my Instagram and all the folks were like, ain't nobody going to make it. All these couples are
Nobody?
trash. A lot of people were like, everyone's a no for me.
Wow.
not everyone.
I can't
Literally.
believe even Brianna invented
Brianna,
They
is this?
said-
Yeah.
I thought for sure people would think they was in.
Brianna and Paige?
Vincent.
No, Brianna and Vincent.
Paige
Chad,
was
I be
with Chris.
forgetting. And first of all, I said Brianna and Paige. That's
Yeah, I was like, they're not
Yes,
together.
women. I was like, baby girl.
What's her name? Clara was like talking about what's her name? The engineer.
Claire was talking about
Clara?
Brianna.
Brianna. She was like,
Clara.
I hate her. She's beautiful. She's an engineer. I just want her to love me. That girl love her some black people.
She does, but honestly, I get it. I be having girl crushes hard.
Lissa be wanting to grind.
That is not what she meant.
The dance
get
floor just coochie on the
Get your
leg.
monkey off of my thigh.
That's what they
Angel.
But I do have
saw
girl
at the
crushes.
bachelorette party. They were dancing like that. A monkey on the thigh.
Listen to Black Eyed Peas.
That's
See, man, Will I Am, they love you.
But no, I be having girl crushes too. Give me a good alpha female, somebody who be like getting stuff done. I'm like, oh my God, you're the man.
I love you. Okay, thank you guys so much for joining us today. We'll be back next week. Same time, same back channel. Also, maybe not the same time. Also, maybe not the same back channel. All right, bye.
Bye. What did this show come on for real?